Hello, I'm Brian Beaulieu. Thanks for watching this edition of FedWatch. Spoiler alert, the data that came out this past week was really good news. And that means the sum total of all the news is the Fed has really no interest in lowering their Fed funds rate. They don't have a reason to be worried about the economy at this time. They have a reason to be worried about more inflation in the future, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But the sum total is don't expect Fed funds rate to be moving the next time they meet. The data just isn't pointing in that direction. In fact, the bond market, if anything, is suggesting they're seeing a little bit more inflation out there in the future. So just enjoy the good news for the economy, for those of you who do well when the economy is doing well. Walmart announced, you may have seen it in today's Wall Street Journal, that they are indeed going to be putting through some price increases because of the tariffs, even if the tariffs just stay where they are today. And that would be great. It's some relative stability. They're going to be putting through some price increases. And the expectation is if Walmart does it, despite their ability to beat on suppliers, we're going to see more retail price increases coming. And this will be the inflation. People were looking for the inflation to happen right away. It happened in the B2B space right away. It takes a while for it to get to the B2C space. And we're going to start seeing that this summer, is the way it looks. In fact, President Ford was saying that tariffs come to about $5,000 on imported cars. And according to him, half the cars sold in America are imported. So there's going to have to be some price increases on automobiles this summer. Again, it's future inflation. The Fed's going to look at that and say that's a threat. There's no reason. Why would we want to lower interest rates in this environment? Good news is gasoline's down 11.8%. That's kind of cool. And also good news is that alcohol is up only 1.8%. So the two things that really matter most in consumer America are doing well. Food is up only 2.0% despite Mexico and Canada brouhaha. Let's hope it stays quiet like that. The latest Red Book data shows a 5.8% increase in the first week of May compared to the first week of May a year ago. That's flipped a little bit. It was 6.2% the last time we spoke. So it's going to have some volatility today because it's weekly data. The overall trend is that number is slowly edging up. And we expect it's going to continue to do that as we go through the rest of 2025. That's a great sign for where the economy is going. And the latest Dallas Fed weekly economic indicator is also showing consistent growth in the economy. Just nothing to worry about according to the Fed data and the Red Book data as we rounded the bend and started plowing through May. So relax. The world isn't falling apart. In fact, I just wrote a blog on why we haven't changed our GDP forecast, why we don't need to change our GDP forecast. So you might want to go online and check out that blog. Overall retail sales for the month of April are out now, and that showed a 5.2% year-over-year increase in the 112 in the raw data, and that 5.2 is in phase B, so it's getting better, which is exactly what we had hoped to see. The onset of seasonal rise in April is normal. It's a little bit better than each of the last 2 years. Another good sign that the consumer isn't running into the woods and hiding or doing whatever they do if they just don't want to be out there spending. They apparently want to be out there spending. And they're about to get some tax refund money, most likely, so they'll be out there spending a little bit more. For those of you that are concerned about credit delinquencies and that sort of thing, the team asked me about the buy now, pay later phenomenon, how 41% of those are delinquent. It's true. It's not that big of an industry, and the number itself, when you look at what is delinquent, it tends to get covered the next week. These are just people who forget to pay because you have to pay on a regular basis, and it's new and they're not used to it. And the total amount of delinquency amounts to 4.3% of the total credit card delinquency. So it's really a small number. That's not a problem going forward. U.S. industrial production came out yesterday, and we have had the one already changed now, stay above zero for 5 consecutive months. It's at 1.4%. So we're not torching these trends, but we didn't see a big collapse either. So you're not going to get a rapid escalation in the rates of change. What's really cool, and you can tell I have no life, but what's really cool is the 12-month moving average for U.S. industrial activity in the United States, U.S. industrial production, is just 0.3% below the pre-COVID record high. And that's good. We're finally clawing our way back, and we will exceed our previous growth peak for industrial activity in the United States. And if, and it's a big if there's any benefit from the tariffs in terms of bringing manufacturing back to the United States, it's not even going to show up in these numbers for quite some time. So that'll just be additive when we're out there beyond 2025 and likely beyond 2026, 27. But it's good news. Again, the Fed's going to look at that and say, there's no need for us to be worrying about the economy, and lowering interest rates is just not a problem. The latest PPI data showed the same thing. Although here the core PPI was more elevated as opposed to the CPI. It was at 3.2%. And that suggests to us that there's going to be a limit to how much cooling off we're going to see in the CPI. 30-year mortgage rate crept up 5 basis points since last week. It's at 6.81%. So it's still below 7. Grab these rates while you can and make them work for you. And the 10-year U.S. government bond yield has been trending higher since early April. It rose another 7 bips over the last week, and that's at 4.42%, just below the 4.5 long-term average. So it's still in good shape, but it's going to be going up. You can count on that. The inflation rate will be rising for all the reasons that we've talked about. The economy is getting better, and therefore I wouldn't expect much out of the Federal Reserve, and I certainly wouldn't expect much out of the bond market. But the good news is we are seeing the economy slowly improve. It's not rising rapidly, but it is rising. And considering everything that we have been through, rise is a beautiful thing. So enjoy the weekend. We're going into what I hope is a nice weekend for you with a little bit more relaxation, knowing the economy is holding it together and it's only going to get better. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.